The first thing I got with the general especially is, and even with the Five of Cups, is that you're trying your very best to believe that something will work out. Now, the cards aren't saying whether they will or they won't, but you may start to feel this week overall with the Five of Cups here that you're at a loss and that this is a lost cause situation and you don't know how to recover it. And you may start having that emotional sadness come through with this energy. But you do have some sort of passion coming through here. The Ace of Wands, a bit of a spark. But the Seven of Coins and the Faith card, almost kind of, I won't say it cancels it out, but it subdues the energy of the Ace of Wands. It's like the desire is there. The plan, the desire to initiate something here, and it's exciting, but for the most part, it's taking a back seat. Because I think you're still in an evaluation period and you're not ready. Could be what the situation is saying with the Seven of Coins. Maybe you need more time. Maybe you need more money or resources as well for whatever this is. You could be waiting for something to start up and maybe just having that excitement. Maybe this is out of your control and you have to have that lovely patience before some situation comes into effect and you can't wait for it, basically, with the Ace of Wands energy. And Faith is saying, just don't worry, don't freak out, be patient. It's gonna turn out okay. Just continue to have the hope and faith. Now this is, I think, the Hierophant for the most part, but I'm seeing it for what it says with the Faith energy is just like trying to think of the positive and not worrying about the weight required for whatever this situation is. On the love side, we have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords with the Nine of Coins as an outcome card. Now, the Nine of Coins is a very independent energy and doesn't need anyone to take care of her or him. I know it depicts a female, but it could be either. And it kind of expresses this appreciation for being single and free. And some of you in a relationship may desire that. Some of you in a relationship may just be thinking about it heavily, which is the same thing kind of as desiring it. And in others, this could represent, just enjoying the moment for what it is at this time. Again, I get this vibe of enjoying being single if you are. Now, new love is a possibility for some with the Ace of Cups here and the Six of Swords. Both, Six of Swords is a card that transitions. It's like moving on towards the possibility of love is how I see it. Or moving on with a new love is a possibility, but I still think that you're enjoying your alone time as best as you can, your time for you with the Nine of Coins energy. And in some cases, you're actually turning your back on new love because it just hit me here. It was like, just take a closer look here. Six of Swords, she has her back turned. She's headed that way. What's behind is the Ace of Cups. So maybe the opportunity for love is there, but it's not enough for you or it doesn't interest you because you just don't want to be tied down right now. And if you're in a relationship, I still get that same vibe where you just want to enjoy time with yourself, splurge on yourself, do something that you enjoy. It may even involve travel with the Six of Swords, going to an exotic location. This is luxurious because the Nine of Coins is a very rich card as well. So it's like spending money on you is coming through. That could even be something that your partner gifts to you as well as a possibility. All right, what is the Five of Cups? Well, you're disappointed at the changes that seem to be coming into place. You feel like they're out of your control, and with the wheel here indicates that it very well is. What's causing the Five of Cups? It's more than likely a person that's causing the Five of Cups, someone who's appearing as jealous, angry, just like has this fixation on you as well. She has very intentional eyes, and I saw the way she came down like this first off, but I like looking at the cards upright. So she may have something out for you for whatever reason, and it's causing you some distress and some emotional unhappiness. You may also feel like you have trouble controlling your anger. General. The King of Wands. We have more fire energy for the general. So again, the intent, the passion is there. You're more than likely taking a leading role in something here. I think it still just requires some time before you can really initiate whatever this is. What is it? What is the fire energy about? Five of Wands. You could be a part of something that involves other people. This could be competitive energy that you're about to basically engage in, and you're getting fired up about winning or being part of the game, something like that. Could be some sort of event. I still feel like there's a competitive vibe towards it. And a reward as well. There's a financial aspect to this. Love. The Nine of Cups. We've got emotional satisfaction coming through regardless of whether it's because you're single and free or your partner has given you some sort of luxury trip away. I think, let's see. What is the Ace of Cups? You know, this card, oh, Jesus, all right. It kind of dropped in a bit early. The High Priestess is also a passive, independent energy. She's not necessarily aligned with someone. And again, I get this tie of enjoying yourself, learning about you, taking care of your likes, and you're trusting your feelings as well with the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. What is the Nine of Pentacles? In a way, with this energy, I get that you kind of fought for some time away. If you're in a relationship, fought for some time for yourself. Maybe you feel it's well-deserved and you don't want to be too clingy with your partner, or your partner's clingy and you need some time away. For others, there's this vibe here of attracting a lot of prospects. A lot of people have your attention or want your attention, and you don't really want theirs. I feel like she's telling them to back away, ready to close those doors and just enjoy herself. Anything else? Regardless of what's going down, it looks like you have something to celebrate this week. There is fun that's going to happen for you, and you're going to enjoy the moment. And we definitely have emotional satisfaction coming through for you this week. You guys have the Eight of Swords as your center card, and this could represent, you know, not feeling well, being under the weather, not feeling up to the task, or like if you got things to do, you just kind of want to stay in bed. This could also represent anxieties and stress, as it always does. But in this image, there is a need to be taken care of. So maybe, you know, you have someone there supporting you, but for the most part, it's a week where your energy is just not at its maximum, let's say that. You may have a lot on your mind too. We have some other swords, other energy that's a little bit on the mental side, particularly in love. On the general, we have Temperance with the Two of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. And it feels as though you're figuring out what to put your energy, your time, your money into. There could be something you're looking towards committing yourself to, being a part of, like a group, something tied to work, or something investing in. But you're definitely taking your sweet time and figuring it out. With Temperance there, Temperance is patience. Temperance is like figuring out the right time, the right, the thing that you really want to, you know, again, be interested in or put your time into. Temperance does not rush. Neither does the Two of Wands. Can't speak with you guys. Two of Wands is working in unison with someone else to figure out a situation that feels right, that feels fair. And there's an energy here of wanting to give back to others with the Six of Pentacles. Now, on the love side, we have the Five of Swords and the Hermit with the Eight of Wands. And this is where that mental energy starts coming through. The Five of Swords is just the Five of Swords and the Hermit. The Hermit is thinking about an action that more than likely happened either this week or the week beforehand, and it feels as though several people came out of that situation hurt or just betrayed in some way. You may feel like you've gotten away from a situation, but even then, there's still a need for some quiet here with the Hermit. Now, there's a possibility for some with the Eight of Wands as the outcome card in love that there's a delivery of some sort of important news. With this bird flying in, this guy has an unexpected, like he's surprised for this message to come through, but he's ready to accept it. And so the bird is landing, but it does feel like he's surprised. And so with the surprise, you may be learning something unexpected. It could be very revealing, or it could be something that you just question as well, because the Five of Swords is not a trusting energy, and the Hermit really needs to think about what's going on. And then you have the Eight of Swords, which, you know, has your thoughts running a little bit wild and maybe even making you sick. All right, let's get some clarification cards, and let's go with the Eight of Swords. Yeah, so the Devil adding to the Eight of Swords adds this obsessive quality to the thought process where you can't get out of a certain mindset. You can't shut a particular thought or thoughts from your mind. It's just there. And in some cases, if you are experiencing like a minor illness and are pretty much attached to the bed, then the Devil represents for me that attachment where it's just like, I just can't get up today. I can't get up tomorrow either. I need to rest, relax, and just calm my nerves and just heal my body. That could be an important thing. We do as well, as I said, have Temperance, which outside of being a patient energy, is an energy that does support healing and taking time to recover. One for general. You're having a problem figuring out a situation that's going on in your world. The Two of Swords is unable to see things 100% clearly, and you may be struggling internally with yourself, your emotions, and your thoughts. It may turn out to be not as easy making a choice if you have to make one this week. Finding the right balance could be tricky with this additional energy. Two of Wands. But the Six of Swords actually adds to the fact that you may have those complications, but you're adamant about moving away from them, progressing forward and transitioning to an easier time. Some of you, the situation could always involve travel when the Six of Swords is present. And it more than likely involves another person. You got two people here, you got two here. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye in terms of where to go, when to go, things of that nature. Six of Pentacles. It does look like with the Wheel of Fortune here as a clarifier for the Six of Pentacles, it does feel as though things turn in your favor. Any complicated matters becomes a bit easier by the end of the week. It feels like a change is also coming through, again, for the better. This is feeling quite lucky in my mind for you guys. Love. So I think the Knight of Cups here adds to the fact that we have this message being delivered. There's emotions behind it. This is the love side. So someone is being expressive towards you more than likely. It could be the other way, but more than likely it's towards you. You just may not know how to take this message. Five of Swords. Okay. Some of you may not believe what you're hearing. The message, another messenger is a clarification card for the Five of Swords. You may also think that someone's hiding something, like they have a child, a secret child. Something like that could be a thought of yours. You could also be second-guessing feelings of another person or yours. Hermit. And it looks like you're thinking about emotionally detaching. You're thinking about whether something's worth your time and if it's better that you just kind of leave it all behind, because maybe the Eight of Cups adds a long-term effect here, meaning that it feels like whomever is talking to you has been in a long-term situation and you're looking to kind of just leave that behind. Because it's not working, you may experience the same lies, or you may experience just this feeling of distrust that you can't shake off. If you're single, I get the strong possibility that you could be communicating with someone, or someone could be expressing attraction. But again, there feels like there's this mistrust towards this person for whatever reason that you don't really feel like engaging, at least this week. Eight of Wands. But with this Knight of Swords as a clarification card to the Eight of Wands, it adds yet another layer of communication is happening between you and someone, and it's happening very fast. Both these energies are speedy. And this knight has blood on his sword, so it could even get a little bit heated. Lots of communication, strong communication. Single, you're more than likely getting to know someone really well, but still having your skeptical energy and doubts towards this person. It's not clear why, but that is coming through. Otherwise, despite any doubts, you're still communicating. You're still getting to know someone on a deeper level with the world here, because the world elevates a connection for the most part. And you may have a new idea about this person towards the end of this week and the end of this week and the following week. You may start communicating to a person a lot differently than you have before. If you're in a relationship, I feel like this communication that you're having with someone is about getting honesty as best as possible, about getting closure and being very upfront and just straight up with whatever's going on. Two cards that are very direct. The World is about closing it out and being, just concrete, decisive, and saying how it is. So I think that's the intention here when it comes to love.